There is a complete chaos in India and collapse of its health system to cope with the second wave of COVID-19 shows the failure of Narendra Modi-led fascist Indian government and its priorities. India marked a grim milestone in the COVID-19 pandemic, recording 3.49 lakh fresh cases and 2,767 deaths in the last 24 hours. People, even in the capital New Delhi, can be seen dying in the corridors of hospitals, in streets, vehicles, due to non-availability of hospital beds and oxygen. The hashtags like "We cannot breathe" is trending on Indian Twitter, which shows how big COVID tsunami has hit India. Health facilities, cremation and burial sites are running at highest capacity, but still affected people are lying in open and dead bodies cremated on roads. Indian politicians, media and different sections of the society are flatly blaming Modi and company for being busy in holding big election rallies and politically motivated Hindu religious festivals instead of providing a sense of safety, direction and leadership during massive surge in COVID-19 infections. The international press as well blamed Modi for failure to tackle second wave of pandemic across India. The Times and The Guardian made the blistering headlines like "Modi Flanders in India's gigantic second wave" and "The system has collapsed, India's descent into COVID hell." The political experts and analysts appreciated human gesture shown by Pakistani Prime Minister Imran Khan towards the affected Indian people, saying the Pakistani nation is praying for the speedy recovery of COVID-19 patients in India and the world. Foreign Minister Shah Mahmood Qureshi in his tweet said that in the wake of the current wave of coronavirus, Pakistan has officially offered help to the neighboring country in good faith as we believe in a policy of humanity first. Spokesperson of Foreign Office Zahid Hafiz Chaudhry in a statement said that Pakistan has offered to provide relief support including ventilators, BiPAP, digital X-ray machines, PPEs and related items to New Delhi. Even the Kashmiris, despite facing Indian brutalities, showed the same gesture by sending 100 oxygen concentrators to India's Maharashtra state. Meanwhile, in Indian illegally occupied Jammu and Kashmir, the occupation authorities, in yet another dictatorial move, have ordered to check all social media accounts of the government employees aimed at intimidating them and creating an environment of fear and harassment. According to Kashmir Media Service, the authorities have already set up a special task force to monitor the activities of the government servants. The new measures are meant to implicate Kashmiris in the government services in false cases, put them behind the bars and punish them. The steps are considered totally against the basic human rights, including the right to privacy, free will and opinion. The People's Democratic Party President Mehbooba Mufti said that India's paranoia about the Kashmiris has touched a new low with social media accounts of even government employees now being monitored. She maintained that the vengeance with which Indian illegally occupied Jammu and Kashmir's special status was scrapped doesn't seem to have an end in sight. The member of Indian Parliament from National Conference, Muhammad Akbar Lone, in a statement in Srinagar, called the constitution of the task force to monitor Indian illegally occupied Jammu and Kashmir employees a toolkit to suppress employees and a dictate destined to take away what was given by the constitution to the people in the form of fundamental rights. Former judge of illegally occupied Jammu and Kashmir High Court, Justice retired Hasnain Masoodi, in a media interview said that Indian Parliament had no jurisdiction to abrogate Article 370 of the Constitution. He pointed out that the President of India doesn't have the powers to recommend the abrogation or even any change in any constitutional or the parliamentary guarantees. Turkish news agency Anadolu, while quoting Srinagar-based rights defenders and political activists in its report, said that the Kashmiri detainees are sent to faraway jails in India to make their plight invisible to the world at large. It said that the detention of Tehreek Hurriyet Jammu Kashmir chairman Mohammad Ashraf Sahrai since July 2020 highlights the bleak plight of the Kashmiri political prisoners. The report pointed out that the laws under which people are detained have become harsher under the Narendra Modi government. It pointed out that earlier jail visits by International Committee of Red Cross officials and teams of Jammu and Kashmir Bar Association would provide some relief to the prisoners, but these visits have been stopped after the territory was brought under New Delhi's direct rule. On the other hand, posters and banners continue to appear in different parts of Srinagar, reiterating the Kashmiris' resolve to continue the struggle for freedom till the implementation of United Nations resolutions on Kashmir. The posters displayed by pro-freedom organizations asked India to revert its decision of August 5, 2019 to maintain the identity and disputed nature of the Jammu and Kashmir.